Hello everyone, I'm DW and welcome back to Orcs Must Die. Today we are taking on Stairs of Doom! This level is actually really easy. You can see here I got a pretty decent score, and that was during my test playthrough. I'm gonna try to beat it, but spoilers, I'm not gonna be able to beat it. So like I said, yeah, this level is really easy. It actually kind of feels incomplete. Like they wanted to do more with it, but just sort of ran out of time. We'll see what I'm talking about in a little bit. But for right now, let's go. So we're given Spore Mushrooms. Spore Mushrooms are amazing. They basically are a one-hit kill to any enemy that crosses it. What happens is an enemy will step on them, and then they'll be converted, they'll attack their friends, and it's really a great way to deal with ogres. I'll show how I use this in this video, but they're primarily meant for the final level, where I use it very well. Anyway, let's begin.
Is this my future? I just keep on fighting until the sorceress kills me and breaks through into our world? One last war mage against an entire world full of orcs and ogres. No thanks. I'll take what's behind door number 2.
Yeah, you do that, War Mage. So, this level, we have these 2 gates here. That's where every guy is going to come through. It's completely symmetrical. We have really obvious locations for kill boxes. If we go up here, you could think that, oh, we can block off one area and they'll path around, but they won't actually path over this little area, and that's really unfortunate. So you can't block off one side. But that's okay, because you can just set up identical kill boxes and it works wonderfully. The most difficult thing about this level is this jump right here. Jumping across this gap, it's very easy to mess up and almost fall in the drink like that. Not that that's going to happen later in this video, no, of course not. It's easier to jump across down here, but that's where your kill boxes are, so you might not want to do that. If I'm not feeling confident, I'll run over the bridge here, but yeah. If we go through this gate, it'll take us up onto this overpass. You can see there, you'd think flyers would be coming through that door, but no, they won't. We also have some rolling logs. Eventually we can set up archers, but yeah, I don't know why they don't have flyers on this level. It feels like they really should. Anyway, let's open our spell book, and by that I mean our weavers. Of course we're going to buy our steel weaver and get our death augmentator. You can look at our spell book here. You can see we're going to have a ton of runners on this level. There's so many runners. Oh my god, so many runners. But it's actually not that bad once we get things set up. Sappers and gnolls, they're also not going to be a big problem on this level. Neither are these ogres. They send them, I think, 2 at a time at most. We are going to deal with a lot of crossbow orcs, and they can be a real problem, but fortunately, we'll deal with them just fine. So we're going to take, yeah, pretty standard loadout. Instead of taking the grinder, I'm going to take the arrow walls. You can't really set up the grinder efficiently without barricades, and I'm actually not going to be bringing barricades. Instead, we're going to bring archers, swinging mace, our floor scorchers, and of course, our spore mushrooms. So our setup on this level, we're going to start off by setting up some tar there. Then we're going to set a swinging mace on top of it. There we go.
That's gonna leave a mark.
And then we're going to set another swinging mace off to one side. Over here? Nah, over there. And then we're going to basically do the exact same thing on the other side of the level. And we want to keep this symmetrical mirrored kill box pretty much throughout the level. Exact same thing. Then we're going to go up here, we're going to make this jump, and we're going to place an archer right here, because runners are going to be coming out of the right hand side, and well, we want the archer to help deal with it. So now I'm going to try to use my ring of lightning, but I fail fantastically. Catastrophically was what I was trying to say. Fortunately, none of these runners get through. Of course, why would I have a video where the runners get through? We're going to run across this, make this jump, deal with the orcs over here. And now on to wave 2. Going to place down the rest of the tar that we'll be placing for the entirety of the level.
something
There
for
we
your
go,
face.
and I'm going to get an archer up over here because now we have runners coming out of this side. And this time I don't mess with my Ring of Lightning. This is how you're supposed to deal with these runners. Get them all with just a couple shots of your lightning. Now unfortunately we don't have enough mana for a lightning cloud, but we can just deal with them the old-fashioned way. Lightning cloud cost roughly 3/4 of your bar, so there we have it. Probably didn't need to use it, but anyway. Now I buy Guardian armor here, but I probably shouldn't have. Because if I did not, I would have had enough money to place down 2 archers, and we really need 2 archers for this wave. We need, have 2 archers on either side. So we have sappers coming in. We want to try and get them bunched up so that you can do that. That's the easiest way to deal with sappers. Now, unfortunately, all these runners, they're getting through, right? Almost making it into the rift. But fortunately, we're able to take them out before we can do that. But unfortunately, when I try and jump over here, oops! So yeah, you can see it's very difficult to make that jump sometimes if you're not very precise. So now I actually have to just restart the level. I want to show that off because that ended so many runs. Anyway, so on this playthrough, instead of buying Guardian armor, I buy 2 archers. I make this jump, and we deal with these sappers just fine. Now, having those 2 archers here makes dealing with these gnolls, or these kobolds, way easier. I pretty much don't have to worry about it, even though I miss quite a bit with my Ring of Lightning. Now I buy the Guardian armor.
See if I can.
And get down some lightning to deal with these orcs. Jump over here. Deal with them on this side. And yeah, like you don't really need too much to deal with these early waves. So now we have our break wave, and look how much money we have. We have almost 6,000 coin. What we're going to do is spend it on Floor Scorchers. This will ensure that pretty much no runners get through.
Just add orcs and blend.
With our last 1,000, we are actually going to save it so that we can buy the trap reset
Very well then.
buff. Because we want our swinging maces and our floor scorchers to be resetting more quickly. So now we have to deal with our first gnolls, but we know how to deal with gnolls.
That's true. Draw your power from the rift.
Oh, Sorceress is so frustrated. So yeah, you start to see what the plan of the War Mage is. He's starting to well, you'll see it in the next level. What he surmises to how to deal with the Sorceress. Other than that, you can see our kill boxes are working pretty efficiently. We don't quite have them fully beefed out yet. So some orcs are getting up to our archers, and we do not want that. And here I forgot. I just remembered, like, oh yeah, I can buy the trap gear or the oiled trap gears and burning pitch. Now I don't quite have enough money to set up all the brimstone that I would like, but that's okay. So now we have our first group of ogres coming through. Basically, the way this level works is if we have ice ogres coming out of one side, then we have fire ogres coming out of the other side. Now, of course, fire ogres are a little easier to deal with because you can just freeze them, but the ice ogres are not going to be a problem. Now, if we had the money, we could have used spore mushrooms and and converted both of them, but unfortunately, we did not at the time. We have more gnolls coming in. But we can deal with 2 gnolls, or I think, what is it, 4 gnolls? That's no problem. Just want to be sure that when you're using the Ice Amulet that you hit multiple at the same time. Now we have 4 ogres coming through, so we're going to go over here. We're just going to use rolling logs. It's maybe not the most stylish way to deal with these guys, but it is very efficient. I mean, they're there, you might as well use them, right? So now we have enough coin. We're going to run over to this side, pick up all these coins, and then we're going to set up, we pretty much, yeah, we could get Jagged Steel or anything, but we have all the Weaver upgrades we want. We're just going to get our swinging maces down. We're going to start setting up some arrow walls. With all those swinging maces, it makes placing arrow walls a bit annoying. And try to place down these arrow walls from far, and you can see it's like, no, you want to sell the swing mace, right? Like, no. Now, on that side, I accidentally forgot to place one arrow wall, but whatever, it's fine. So these kill boxes aren't perfectly symmetrical, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Once we have the money, I'm going to place down another archer. Eventually, we'll get some archers up here. Getting a lot of combos here. Here we have a ×5, a couple of ×5s. I think we'll see a couple of ×7s before the video's done. In my test playthrough, I actually think I got a ×10. I had no idea how I did that, but it was pretty incredible. I mean, I used the exact same strategy too. So we're also going to place down some Floor Scorchers in those little alcoves there to just, you know, deal even more damage. This wave is primarily crossbow men, and if you actually have archers set up on the overpass there, you'll probably lose a couple archers that way, so that was one of the reasons why I was holding off. And when we set up archers, I'm actually going to set them up on the backside so that they'll shoot at any guys who come through. Also going to get a couple guys set up over here. And yeah. We have a lot of shield guys coming through, but they're not going to be a problem. Any of these random orcs are not going to get through these kill boxes. And we have some gnolls coming through, but we're going to deal with them the exact same way. In fact, I don't even think we have to freeze them. I don't think they're going to get through. Let's see, there's one. No, he was taken out by the swinging mace. Now we have another break, and look at all these coins. So many coins. Look at all that money. So much money. So with all this money, I'm just going to lay down a whole bunch of arrow walls down here.
This will be
This
good.
is not, like, it's not great. Will really probably hurt our score, but it'll deal with all these runners and sappers that are coming through. And, yeah. Right now, we're at the point of this level where it's pretty much just a complete joke. Although, look at all these runners. I don't even have to really worry about them because they're not going to make it through. I get a little paranoid and run up over here, but nah, we don't have to worry about that. And now we're going to set up some archers up here. Unfortunately, they do not cover the entire, like they won't cover the entire front area, but oh well. Try and get 3 set up over here, and it's good enough. So now we're going to use our spore mushrooms. This is the way I like to deal with use spore mushrooms, is try and place it under the feet of guys. Unfortunately, I was not able to get it under those 2 fire ogres, but they're not going to get through that kill box. And yeah, they'll just run around and deal with any guys that are coming through. This wave, a bunch of crossbow orcs will trickle through, and it's a little annoying, but you can see. So now with the spore mushrooms, we can actually just sell that and kill those guys. We didn't really need to sell it. We could have kept it, and they'll stay alive until they're dead. We have more runners coming through, so I'm going to lay down some brimstone just to deal with them. I didn't quite get that one right aligned, so we only have 2 on that side, but it's fine. Not even really worried about these runners at this point. Now we have some gnolls coming through, and yeah, you can convert gnolls as well. This is also the last wave, and gnolls will actually run all the way back through that area, which is hilarious. But it's a little annoying because they, those ogres will get stuck behind that barrier and you can't actually attack them. So we just have to wait until those gnolls either die or deal with that ogre. It looks like those gnolls were dead. This is also another little thing that's kind of annoying about the spore mushrooms, is that they're very easily stunned and they don't really deal a lot of damage to other enemies. Like, you can get an upgrade that'll make them deal more damage, but hey, we won. We absolutely crushed the par time, as you'll see in a bit. We got a fairly decent score, a respectable score. If you look at our stats, you can see, I don't know why, in 20 minutes we did it in just under 11. We crushed it. Anyway, I've been DW, thank you for watching.